Everyone's been hoping he'd go back to the AWP, one of the most legendary 1.6 AWPers of all time. But so far, it has been more of a rifler in CSGO.
Yeah, he's been more of a in-the-shadows player in CSGO. A lot of people saying taking the leadership role, kind of bringing the experience to teams. Oh, GetRekt was blinded up. He won't have spotted Blade in turn. I think he was spotted, so Molotov out to slow him down. Nade detonates in the face. That takes him down to 42. That's not comfortable, but crucially still alive. Has to give up middle, though, and that gets Forrest in a decent position toward the E-box.
This isn't a massive deal, though. With the double AWP setup, you can see Wild Edit towards quad of the AWP. As soon as they feel pressure from middle, he can go back towards looking at highway. That's not a problem at all, this setup. Giving up middle with the AWPs is absolutely fine. You can see him adjusting right now. Threat has got towards the inner squeaky door. It looks like this will be the fake play. And GetRekt, what a lovely shot from him to take down Shara towards the vent, to get the man advantage. Blade's low HP as well. And now Threat has so many options here. He could go for the distraction play and pull some CTs away to the A site, while the rest of his teammates go towards B. It's looking like potentially more of an A play here. Bondik and Wild Edit still there.
I think they're reading that with one pick from GetRekt. They're hoping the rotations are going the other way. The problem is they haven't got that information. And GetRekt's going to get up middle. Blade's still in Z. And that could be timely. If he pops out as GetRekt looks up highway, it could be a flank kill. But it's going to go the other way. GetRekt's still waiting for it. Blade goes down. Bondik on forklift, and Threat's already toward World Edit. Again, that AWP up close doesn't stand a chance. And Freiburg finds Bondik. Double up setup not paying off at all for Flipside.
Yeah, just classic GetRekt things there. Utilised the spawn he had, quick flashbang out, got towards that vent area, found the first kill on the shower. That has opened things up. So here we get that call to his teammates. Looks like a B split coming in. GetRekt challenging towards Checker, and takes down Shara. And that's going to be a 5 and 4. Now I can hold back and see what the reaction comes in from the CTs.
And one already crossed over. It's Threat, jumps to get information, goes back for the repeat, needs to hit the shot instead, though. It's going to be Blade that goes down to Forrest. Despite getting traded, Exist is right there to take Markelov, and it leaves it 4 versus 2. Pistols might as well go for the rotation. They'll buy in the next one. World Edit's the first on the scene. Any damage they could do to the economy is going to be absolutely crucial for them. As Forrest, though, isn't having any of it. World Edit falls immediately at Heaven. Bondik will just look for exits.
Yeah, not really much gathered this round from Flipside. Did find one kill towards Threat, but Bondik with the CZ in hand. He's just going to be lurking towards that spawn area and seeing what he can do. Actually makes his way towards upper. Can't find anything from this. No, Forrest takes him down. Lovely shot from him to finish things off at that point. But let's see what NiP bring to the table this time. Looking like more of an A play coming in. And the AWPs now adjusting themselves. We have got that mid presence from Wild Edit. He's going to be towards highway for now, and joined by Blade as well.
Let's GetRekt aggressive through the smoke at mid regardless, though. Needs coming out against him. Exist is going to fall. Finally an opening pick for Flipside to work off of. But it's traded. It's cancelled. Forced right there to get the turnaround. Markelov's forced back inside the dwellings of the B site with that AWP and nearly gets caught in transition. Will, in fact, go down as the Molotov flew through Skylight. GetRekt was there to catch him on the return, and through the smoke, it's going to be GetRekt again.
That's round over, I'm afraid. Wild Edit and Bondik remain. They've got an AWP and an M4, and you can see they've got no real chance to do it. Wild Edit needs to go absolutely sick here to find a kill. He is waiting to see if anyone does overextend a little bit. The bomb does get planted safely as well, and there's just no way of winning this round. He can't do anything with this. Wild Edit waiting for Bondik to rotate. He's all the way in T-spawn. The best they can hope for is saving these weapons and going for some exits here. But once again, GetRekt gets in that bomb site, finds 2, and they kill through the smoke as well. Just insult to injury there. Just had a little spray towards headshot and took them down. Bondik does find Forrest, but at this point the economy is swelling for NiP. You can see Forrest currently on 12k, GetRekt's on 10k, so money's not really a problem for them. This is just a nice little souvenir for Flipside, getting a couple of kills out of this and keeping the weapons. That's going to be good going forward, obviously, but still, NiP finding the kills very easily here in the opening stages of the round. Hasn't really done too much. We'll see what they can bring to this round number 13 in the closure stages of the first half here.
Forrest, oh, did he spot him, Bondik? No, he just slipped by, undetected. So finally some mid-aggression from Bondik. Threat's just making sure no one's going to push out A right now. They're waiting for these aggressive plays from Flipside. Anticipating a change, but finally it is Shara to open it up. GetRekt goes down inside the vents. Freiburg's going to try and Molotov him out, catch him on the transition, but it's the smoke to save him, and that works out brilliantly for Flipside because now they can maintain this one-man advantage. We haven't said that in a while.
Yeah, decent moves there from Shara, finding that first kill and using the smoke very effectively there to get himself out of that Molotov position. So now they do have the man advantage. This is the set piece though coming in from NiP. You can see them setting themselves up for the smokes. This won't be a fake. This will be a straight up A play, trying to get the bomb down and trying to lock out the AWP that's present as well for Wild Edit. Here it comes, flash into A storage, looking for that first kill.
Smoke plans. Top catwalk one in front of Blade as well. There's not much opening through it. Does have a slight vision toward forklift, but no one from NiP heading that direction. Instead, though, it's World Edit who finds one from the truck through the smoke. They try to get up over top of the red crate. There's going to be a little bit of damage done to Freiburg from the flames as he tries to put the bomb down, but it's World Edit again, who's now giving them a two-man advantage on this retake. And Forrest gets one, but look at Freiburg lining them up. The retake's going to get shut down as Freiburg. It's a quick flurry of frags. It's 3 and 1 to find on Bondik, but Bondik is able to hold true. Wow. 9 HP in the end, and finally Flipside get a response.
Absolutely, finally getting around on the board there. Came down, getting the kill over the smoke as Threat jumped onto the bomb site. Let's see where Forrest decides to go. It seems to be a much slower stance from NiP this round.
Bondik, mind you, trying to get close to that mid position once more. Flash through it. And he gets found. Blade goes down and GetRekt gets Bondik. It looked like he would be able to sit in that flash and survive, but GetRekt reads it. Good response from Shara. Takes the fight back to them rather than sits back and gets too complacent. However, once again, traded by Freiburg.
Yep, that's a great reaction from Shara. Had to do something. When you lose those first two maneuver, now Bondik, he's going all in. Freiburg, he's going to be the first one he finds.
Oh, and he'll see him first. He gets the jump. Freiburg not anticipating his position to be there.
That's what we needed.
And World Edit can sit and watch. This is where I'd like to see Bondik fall back away, but he almost lines up too. He hits both, but Threat just catches the lag. The first one, though, Forrest, he was not so lucky. GetRekt will find World Edit in the end, but Blade rotates over early, and it looked like things would finally stabilize for Flipside. However, Exist got up highway. He'll cut off the first rotation, not to be on the second. Blade covers it off. It's a pistol and a UMP. It was the two disadvantaged players up against GetRekt, who does still have the bomb. 11 seconds. He's going to commit to the plant and try and go in the open, but good push from Blade. Good timing from Blade, and it's not to be. It's going to go ahead and make it 9-6 at the end of the half.
Yeah, nice.
And they haven't gone for the full entry, but it is still going to be the split from highway, and Forrest shuts it down early. Needs to be wary. Threat of the fact that Shara's come through, and what is that? Through the smoke, he finds Exist towards quad. The luck he will take. He's got a second. Finally, GetRekt silences him, but damage is done, and GetRekt has to go for the reload. World Edit's able to capitalize it. Forrest shows up better late than never and does get him back down in the end. We talked about his pistol positions, but it's a 2 versus 2. Kit's been picked up by Freiburg, crucially, but they've got to try and get back in this site and make it effective. Freiburg's going to distract, hold it out, try and get Forrest in a better position, but it doesn't matter with Freiburg hitting those shots.
That's sick from Freiburg. What a crisp way to finish the ring for a very conservative buy here. Just want to make sure they have lots of firepower going to their number 3.
MP7 for Threat.
Okay.
As well as the P90. Bondik tries to go up early. Nade. Look at the damage. World Edit and Bondik. Hardly seeing anything other than a grenade go toward them, and they're extremely weak on this. Threat's got the position. He's going to get dinked up, though, as he goes for the peek toward upper. That brings GetRekt back over to join in, and the nade will close out the two said players. That's one way to get things done, as GetRekt looks for his 4th in the round. P90 just mowing them down at this point.
Yep, simple procedure there for GetRekt. And one of them's going to be a FAMAS. No kits. They have got smoke grenades, and it's a big one. This one will be taking NiP to eco if they were to lose it. So, Flipside now, an opportunity to get back in the driving seat in this game. Get some momentum in their favour. No orbs purchase whatsoever. 5 AKs for them as well. GetRekt pushing aggressive once again through the smoke. It does get taken down to 8 HP, and he gets down for the smoke. It's a very common move from a CTZ to push through that smoke and obviously boost up towards the box. And a lot of Ts will be wary of that as well. So you've got to be very confident to actually make that play happen. Now you can see the CTs trying to react and trying to get something back out of this.
And they're going to give up A entirely. So they take a risk on the second straight buy round that they have. Now this starts to hurt a little bit because they won't be fortunate in the next one with economy. They've got to try and get this back, and Threat.
That's a silly move.
Well, they try and go fanatic, I guess, if you will, to try and get things back immediately, but Forrest finds 2. Very well done. Nearly gets down Shara with them. So early in the round, there's not much he could have done with that information, but it's a 4-man rotation. Everyone coming back out from the B site. They'll find GetRekt early, but now, if they can just do economic damage, this could work out. It's the SMG that goes forward first to get that information. Good nade and good follow-up on Markelov and Bondik. It looked like it was all Bondik, but Markelov gets one in there. And they'll close. Not necessarily pushing into middle, but getting up close and personal. Freiburg gets one on Shara. Again, starting things off well for NiP. And this Molotov, oh, did that miss? It did. It landed, I think, just on the air conditioning vent that's above, and that's going to give Threat some position in that corner, so that now could be overlooked. A small detail that can make a massive difference. Pop flash, GetRekt. Buys him more time. CZ75, that range is extremely viable, but it's not going to work out in his favor. It is still going to be Blade that goes down, and Freiburg overcommits on the wide peak. Threat's come back around. He's managed at least one. Can he deny the bomb plant? That would be more impressive, and he does. And he's going to close it as well as Markelov immediately falls at quad.
They possibly can.
This is where the pressure gets applied. It's where 12-12 becomes a real possibility. They only killed 1 out of the 5 last round, so a cushion for Flipside to build on. They don't have much in their wallets as of yet. Nonetheless, they're going to go quickly again. Bondik already out middle. He's going to come up highway. They've found Exist in the site. GetRekt's going to be pinched off at Forklift, and regardless of what he tries to do, Bondik was there immediately to assassinate him, but at least Forrest did find one. Unfortunately, it's just he now and Freiberg remaining.
Indeed, Freiberg and Forrest. Forrest has picked up the AK though, and he's at 7 HP. He'll be definitely trying to save that weapon as Bondik's on the hunt. Hungry for blood here as he does take down Freiberg. Just Forrest remaining. Does get punished though by Markelov, and that's going to be 12-12. That first pick not heavily committing just yet. They're going to find as well GetRekt caught out of position there. No backable refrag coming in straight away, so it's a 5-on-4. And Flipside have a lot to work with here as well.
It's going to be a good response though from Exist. Shuts down Bondik immediately at the bottom of highway. Forces the rotation from the T's to go back toward B, though, because they still had Vents as the option. That puts pressure on Freiberg, who does get the first. It's Shara down. No damage dealt in return either, so Freiberg's still in good position, and he gets Blade. He's lost Exist, though, to World Edit, who's made his way in the site, but he's left alone, and to his own devices. Good response from Markelov, though his threat gets caught out. And now it is a one-on-one. An AWP for Forrest. And what potentially, depending on how soon Markelov decides to put the bomb down, is going to be a post-plant position, although Markelov needs to be weary of his position as well. Goes for the peek at his shoulder. Hasn't shown just yet. His head will. Forrest nearly finds it. Now he goes to the M4 as he goes for the retake. And Markelov's limited. He can't move. He's going to smoke off one side to try and give himself some more space to breathe. And Forrest, aware of it, is going to fall back and try and play the angles. Use that extra time that now is on the bomb.
No kit, though.
That becomes a bit of a problem. There is one just in front. He'll pick that up now on the corpse. He's made a point of doing so, and he's going to find Markelov. That works out well for NiP in a must-win round. So Freiberg can sit there. This actually could mean if they don't even know they missed it, because no one was peeking middle, could mean they don't even check it when Freiberg's sitting in here.
That's crazy.
Oh, thankfully they do. Bondik, good shot. That recovers it, but that's such a set play. You'd think that they'd have that one down, especially a guy like Blade, but it's now just GetRekt on that B site. There is one player toward Checker, but oddly enough, it's A they want to go towards, and Exist is going to take the fight. Flashes in and gets 2. World Edit responds, but GetRekt finding Shara on the off-site means it's all on to A, and Markelov, laid out of squeaky door, has a crossfire placed on him. The target on his back and threat with 2.
This textbook Counter-Strike map, they lose the
play immediately after this. It's Mouse Sports and Luminosity. Again, standard formation. No one really pushing and getting aggressive for NiP, but they still find the first pick. It's Forrest once more. Blade's going to try and take advantage of the fact they'll rotate off of this and get in toward middle, but they need to find a pick before they can do much.
The hard work has been done now for NiP. Can just sit back. They know the money's not going to be fantastic with Flipside here. And it's another pick actually coming in for Flipside this time. Blade takes down Forrest, and that's the kill I was talking about. Didn't really need to commit to that situation whatsoever. He's the AWPer now and gives them a lifeline, as they have got mid-control as well. Threat forced to go back towards the Z connector there. Not going to be committing whatsoever. We're falling back towards B. Freiberg has been strong in this position, but Blade is challenging him.
He's done all right damage initially. He's taken a little bit more in turn, but no one's there to trade is the problem. Blade's still going to find this, so 2 kills with the Galil. Threat finally comes to his team's rescue, but in doing so, he's indicated there's one more on the B site, and the other 3 remaining players of Flipside are going to walk in toward A. It's Exist with the opening, and it's Exist with the closing. He finds Markelov and World.
PT1000 on GetRekt. This is almost a throwaway round map. I didn't expect Flipside to find that first kill, but it was Threat who overcommitted towards middle. Went for the initial face there, but decided to stick around trying to find the first few kills. Gets completely flashed out of position and gives them the entrance to the map. So, all the same here now. The Flipside do get that mid-control once again, and they're going to be going towards B. Simple kills here as Freiberg and Forrest get dropped, and the B site is fully open now.
And this starts to chisel away. It becomes elusive for NiP. Thankfully, have secured overtime point already, but job not done. We're going to go the distance as NiP looks to try and save this AK that GetRekt has. Exist is there to try and get more information if they do walk through Squeaky, but it's Bondik to check this angle, and he's aware that GetRekt might be here. He's going to find that kill, and now it's up to Exist to try and just get back to that rifle, which, given his HP and Bondik's aggressive stance, it's not going to happen. And there we go, round 30, and overtime looms.
First picks. This time we'll be back towards middle, so this is the adjustment.
And Exist in this position. We haven't seen this boost in the corner yet, and without armor, that's actually a decent position to be in, because you're supposed to get the surprise, you get the drop on the shots, you can get one, potentially take no damage in turn. So this is actually quite smart from NiP in this position.
Yeah, it's a good adjustment, I would say. Let's see what they can bring to the table. No fast play coming in from Flipside just yet. They are going to be committing 4 players towards the A site, and here's the smoke. They didn't commit to this last time. They waited to see what the CTs did to reply. The flashbang going in, and this could be the play now from the terrorist. Bondik has got control of middle once again, but Forrest is going to be waiting for him.
Threat's going to get forced out of middle. Once more, simple Molotov to do so. Bondic and Blade will take those positions, and Blade's already inside the vents as well. Now that's blown out. Freiburg will have heard that. Although he was flashed up, so I'll be interested to see with that ringing of his ears if he did or not, because he hasn't considered the second possibility from that checker room just yet. And Bondic in a perfect position is going to find GetRekt rotating. It's now the man advantage for them early on. Make it doubly so as Blade does walk out and Freiburg has no response.
Very difficult situation now. We can see Blade has got full control of the CT spawn area. Threat drops, and that's the round tied up. It's almost certain we're going to overtime here. Forest and Exist is stuck on the other side of the map. Exist really wants this boost to work out for him, but the bomb will be planted at B here. And a very simple procedure there. Great control from Flipside there. Bondic getting the mid positioning, and then GetRekt just runs to his certain death there as he went for the rotation. Actually a very impressive round from Flipside. Another fake coming in. We talked about their T-sides being well-oiled and having lots of different depths to their strategy book there. So the fake coming in works out perfectly, keeps two CTs towards A, even though it's a full B attack coming in. Very confusing for the CTs now, and that's the round over, I would say. Ooh. Some souvenir kills coming in for Forest potentially, but they're not going to be able to win this round.
Yeah, unfortunately, we will go to overtime from NiP's perspective because this puts pressure on the fact that they are...
I'm going to go for the initial phase here. I'm going to try and do something with it. Looks like we'll be going for more of a conservative approach here. We'll be smoking towards middle. I think it's way towards highway though. Still has the option to do something with this. He goes towards the A bomb site. World Edit is going to be boosted up towards middle. Looking for that initial frag here. You can see there is heavy presence this time from the CTs. Not just leaving Threat by himself. It's going to be the three players towards mid. Freiburg, of course, in the vents. He'll be backing up GetRekt. Forest alone is the turret on the A bomb site.
So MR3 10K, as per Valve's standards for the majors. I only specify that because some tournaments have elected to go MR5 in the recent past, but keep in mind as well, in the MR3 format with 10K, buying AWPs, if you lose 2 in a row and you're heavy on the buys, you can potentially be in a save third round. Especially
with the double orb setups, which a lot of teams will bring to the table in overtime. But here we go then, Exist going for the boost now.
And we haven't seen this boost yet. This is the first time they've gone this aggressive. The nade will indicate they're going for this. Bondic still finds the shot though. Exist, you would have bet your house on it, surely, that he would have got the jump on that, but Bondic's there. He's aware of it. Good push in, this time by Threat through the smoke. Flashes back to make sure no one at drop will catch him. So smart by Threat to make sure he's safe and takes the damage right back to them, but look what it's done, because with vents controlled, they've got 2 players waiting in B for them to drop out of that.
And what can GetRekt do in this position? 3 players, including the bomb as well. Bondic holding for the rotations there towards middle, and it's another boost coming in potentially from the CTs. GetRekt needs to hold on here.
This boost will be late because they're already in the B site, but it does give them good position in B main to try and flank it out, but Bondic again is going to spoil it. He finds Freiburg. And this first round is Flipside written all over it. Important for Forest, again, for the same reasons we mentioned, to save this AWP.
Bondic, it seems to be in the perfect place every single time. Another CT boost coming in, and regardless of how they approached it, he was just ready for them. He gets 2 kills this round. And Threat, after they lost the initial pick as well, like you said, it was a clever play from him to actually go in and find that kill towards middle. He
will take that bomb Blade through the vents. He's committed. He's dropped out, so it will be a B play. Bondic spots 1. That's GetRekt. At least sees him in turn and doesn't go down. Keeps him alive and relevant for the retake. But first and foremost, they've got to get that bomb planted if it is going to be a retake, and that means confronting the 2 players inside of B who set a crossfire and find 2 for the price of 1 in change. It's going to be Forest to get Markelov, add to the total, and World Edit in a very awkward and dire position, and the checker room does fall to Forest as well.
There it is. As soon as he gets the M4 back out, Matt, he gets 4.
That's the same thing you did, Henry. Let's leave Forest on the AWP, or rather, excuse me, on the rifle.
Yes.
And get the AWP into different hands for whatever it's worth. Oh, World Edit, good spot. Finds Exist lurking, but there it is. GetRekt, immediate response.
4-on-4 now, but Flipside still have plenty of time to work with. Don't have to commit just yet. The bomb is still towards middle as well, so couldn't really go in with that pick alone. But the 4-on-4 does favour the terrorists in this sort of scenario. You can see Threat now alone on the A site. He has struggled in these 1-on-X situations. And GetRekt with the orb back towards middle, seeing if he can find that next pick.
It's Threat this time. That'll play anchor in A because GetRekt's gone back toward mid, as you mentioned, with that AWP. Shara getting away from the B site does start to indicate this could be an A play. Markelov's already gone towards Squeaky as well. Smoke out in front of Threat. Mark's going to go ahead and Molotov off toward the forklift. It'll be to no avail because no one playing in that position just yet. But is this another fake? Because Bondic and Shara have middle. They're either buying time to let Bondic get in a better position, which appears to be the case, or if Shara had found an opening toward vents, perhaps gone back to B, but it is going to be the split. GetRekt's waiting, but he's not sure which direction to look first. Doors open. Threat needs to confront that because GetRekt needs to turn back and find Bondic, which he does do quite successfully. Another up-close shot, and perhaps this is the right call, giving GetRekt the AWP.
It seems that way, Matt. Close range or potential from GetRekt there. Finds 3. Great work from him and the A-side attack. And like we said, Flipside did have the advantage. NiP dodging death.
Markelov looked like he was considering running toward Checker for cover, but the Molotov comes out. He still manages to hit Threat in the open despite having a terribly off angle. And a Molotov behind him and he had nowhere to cover, but GetRekt finds him instead. It's Shara, re-entrance, and Freiburg thankfully turns back to find him because that could have been awkward. And a good position from GetRekt. Post-plant goes immediately through CT spawn and cuts off before they can arrive on the retake to catch World Edit. It's Bondik and Blade. They need to find an opening fast in this situation. They both do have kits, but a good flash out. Bondik's going to get delayed even further, and with the double op purchase and both ops down, do they elect to save this? Blade's going to go. He finds Freiburg. Immediately, Blade's got exist as well, and now it's GetRekt. 1 versus 1 was a 1 versus 2. He's going to close it out. There's the clutch from GetRekt. And the perfect scenario would be that Bondik pushes into A and realizes that they get the early rotation, but now they'll see this. Markelov lines up at least 1. It's 2 in the favor, make it now 3 in the favor. 4 in the favor as Shara mows them down of Flipside. I was about to say at least they got 1 on entry, but it all falls apart.
Wow.
And perhaps you're right. If it ain't broken, well, it is. It just got absolutely torn apart by Shara. No one to push out of it this time, but they were trying to make that play for GetRekt, who's on the opposing side of it. Shara back in again. His impact felt immediately. And Markelov, a smart smoke, will give him room to dance on the site now that the trade has been exchanged on the entrance.
4-on-4 now. Bomb still down towards middle, so trying to find another pick before they commit so far. Forest unable to find anything with the AWP so far towards middle. We'll just be holding up for any CT reactions and aggression. That's what the T's are banking on right now. He will be boosted up towards mid. But we'll have a look at the CTs, what they've got planned. It's just going to be Blade towards middle by himself, going for the face as well. Not going to be checking the boost area. He's up against it. And we have actually got exist towards checkers towards B. So if he can find a pick here and open it up, that'll peel away CTs from A, and that's a dream scenario. This is all down to exist now. If he can find something here, this could be the round over for them.
He's going to try and work slowly. Fortunately, okay, well, it works out. I was going to say slow enough to walk into the clutches of World Edit, but a missed shot. As Exist turns back to find Markelov staring him down, it actually works in their favor. 3 versus 3. Still, though, 30 seconds. And they need to figure out exactly where the D is playing, where the CTs are, and Forrest finds Blade. Now it looks very probable for NiP to close out this first game of the major. Threat's going to take down Bondik, and it all comes to the shoulders of Markelov. And he doesn't have the angle from Highway as he does try and approach. No kit, no armor, a desperation looms in the breath of anxiety as Markelov needs to try and get closer and closer, and a flash will buy more time. And it's just a matter of time, really, before he's found, because he's got 3 against him with Threat well and truly burrowed into the long hallways. First one not successful, and that allows the bait and switch. Freiburg comes out. It's